make the corner to corner granny afghan. You're going to need my written pattern that is on my website. It's going to be in the link below here. And you're going to need 4 colors of yarn. And I start with the single skein of variegated. In this case it's aspen print. In my sample that I made, the color was Rainbow Bright. This is your color C. And then you're going to want another single skein from that. That's almost the same tone. And in this case, it is Frosty Green. In my sample, it was Bright Yellow. Then you're going to want a main color and a background color. And I am using Cafe Latte for my main color, which is turquoise in the sample, and Aran, which is the white in the sample. And you're going to need 3 skeins each of these. So assemble your yarn and grab 2 crochet hooks. You're going to need an H8 or 5mm crochet hook. And this is for the border. And then for the main body of the afghan, and this is the hook we're going to start with, is the I9 or 5.5mm crochet hook. So gather your supplies and we'll get started. Beginning with color A and your larger crochet hook, we're going to start with a chain 5, and I start with a slip knot. I do a 180-degree turn. Hold on to that twist, pull through. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I turn that over, and then I'm going to slip stitch into that first stitch, just like so. Now, in most cases you can use a magic circle instead of a chain, but in this case we need to chain that 5 because when we do the border we're going to work into it. Chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The chain 4 counts as a double crochet chain 1. Okay, now we're going to work 3 double crochet chain 1, 1 double crochet into this ring. So 3 double crochet. A double crochet is yarn over your hook, insert the hook in the ring, draw up the loop, yarn over, draw through 2, draw through 2. That's 1, yarn over, 2, 3. Chain 1 and double crochet into that ring. That is your first row. It should have your beginning ring at the bottom, a chain loop on one side, and a double crochet with a chain on the other side, and 3 double crochet in the middle. And this is your lower left hand corner of your corner to corner. Now it says to turn at the end of the row, and row 2 we're going to chain 4. I chain before I turn. It just seems easier, natural flow for me, so I chain 4 and then I turn. Even though the instructions say to do it turn and then chain, it doesn't matter which way you do it. Okay, so row 2 is chain 4, 3 double crochet in the first chain 1 space. So I'm going to do that, yarn over, 1, 2, 3. Now I might go a little fast for you, but that's the wonderful thing about video. You can pause it and rewind it and watch again as much as you need to. If you have a live teacher, it might drive them a little crazy to have to keep repeating. So that's the advantage of having a video. Okay, then the directions now say skip 3 double crochet, then make 3 double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in the last chain 1 space. When you say, well, where's that chain 1 space? Well, because these 3 chains counts as a double, and then that's counts as a chain, that's your chain 1 space. So we're going to make 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and double crochet into that last space. So that's your row 2. Row 2, you should have your loops on each end and a space in the middle between 2 groups of 3 double crochet. And if you notice, row 1 has 1 shell or 3 double crochet group, row 2 has 2 shells, and it will be that way all the way up to the halfway mark where it will be 60. You will have 60 rows, 60 shells in your 60th row. Okay, now row 3, we're going to chain 4. We're going to start each row with that chain 4 until later. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to work 3 double crochet in that first space. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip these 3, and we're going to work in the space between those 2 shells. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to skip these 3, and we're going to work into this last space here. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to chain 1 and make 1 more double crochet in that space. So row 3's got 3 shells in it, and you don't want to forget that chain 1 and double crochet in the end. You will notice it as soon as you turn and go to work back across that it's missing. So all right, now row 4 is chain 4, 3 double crochet in the first chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to skip 3 and make 3 double crochet in each space between the sets of 3. So each of these spaces make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to go over here and make 1, 2, 3. And we're going to skip these 3, and we're going to work our last shell into that last space. 1, 2, 3. And we need to create our end loop, so we chain 1 and double crochet. And that's 4th row. So we should have a triangle that looks kind of like that. And the directions say you repeat the row 4 until there's 60 rows. I don't have it on the instructions here when you change your color, but there is a list on your 3rd page of your instructions on the color changes and the pattern that's there. I'm going to finish my 7th row of color A, and then I'll show you how to change colors for the next part. See you when I finish row 7.